Can body language indicate if someone is lying? Have you ever wondered if you could tell when someone is not being truthful just by observing their body language? It is a fascinating topic that connects nonverbal cues to honesty. Let's take a closer look at how body language might reveal deception while keeping in mind the importance of positive body language and active listening skills. To start, everyone has a natural way of behaving when they are being honest. This is known as their baseline behavior. If you want to spot a potential lie, you need to pay attention to any changes from this baseline. Look for shifts in bodily movements, facial expressions, tone of voice, and the content of what they are saying. For instance, if someone usually makes steady eye contact and has a relaxed posture but suddenly avoids contact or starts fidgeting, this could suggest they are not being truthful. However, it is essential to remember that these signs are not foolproof. People can show nervousness or discomfort for many reasons that have nothing to do with lying. For example, someone might fidget or have a shaky voice simply because they are anxious or uncomfortable, not because they are deceiving you. Therefore, it is vital to consider the context and individual differences when interpreting body language. Some specific body language indicators that may suggest someone is not telling the truth include mismatches between their words and actions. For example, if they say yes while shaking their head no, that could be a red flag. Unusual or exaggerated gestures that seem out of character can also be telling. Additionally, covering the mouth or touching the face may indicate subconscious attempts to hide the truth. You might also notice increased fidgeting or restless movements, like tapping fingers or shifting feet. Delays in responding to questions can be another clue, as the person may be trying to fabricate an answer. Changes in speech patterns, such as speaking more hesitantly or providing overly detailed explanations, can also signal dishonesty. Facial expressions can provide subtle hints too. For example, incomplete or forced smiles and emotions that do not fully match the situation may indicate deceit. These expressions are often unconscious and harder to fake than spoken words. Combining these observations with active listening skills and positive body language practices is essential. By attentively observing how someone typically behaves and how they respond in conversation, you can better detect inconsistencies that might suggest dishonesty. Still, it is important to remain just cautious and avoid jumping to conclusions based solely on body language, as misinterpretation is common. In summary, body language can provide useful hints about whether someone is lying, especially when there are clear changes from their usual behavior and inconsistencies between verbal and nonverbal communication. However, these signs should be considered as part of a broader set of communication cues, including tone and content, to make a more accurate judgment. This approach supports more effective and empathetic interactions, helping us respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively.